Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Recap Show. We're going to recap Thursday night's game. Even though it's a couple days late, and I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do a pregame show Thursday night or a postgame show, so we'll call it a recap show. And we'll go over the game, and we'll go talk about the games coming up tomorrow, and of course the Browns. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101. We'll call it the Thursday Night Football Recap Trivia question. Which Colts running back ran for a 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine? And I will have the answer later on the podcast. Well, the Indianapolis Colts get a big win over the Tennessee Titans 34-17 on the road at LP Field in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, the Indianapolis Colts established themselves as the dominant force in the AFC South as they defeated the Tennessee Titans 34-17 on Thursday night. Phillip Rivers completed 29 of 39 passes for 308 yards and a touchdown, and clearly made an effort to spread the wealth as he connected with 8 different receivers. The running backs were certainly important in this game, as Nyheim Hines and Jonathan Taylor combined to register 7 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown. And Hines also rushed for another 70 yards and a touchdown. As for the Titans, they actually acquired a 4-point halftime lead. However, their special teams completely derailed the contest in the third quarter as the Colts exploded for 21 unanswered points in the second half to put the game away. A quick look at the box score will show you, and if you take a look at that, it will show you how this game was won. How this one went, as the Colts offense racked up 430 yards of the total offense, while the Titans recorded just 294 total yards. Now, the Colts special teams and the running backs were the factor in this game, and that's part of the reason why Indianapolis won this game, was Phil Rivers was able to go to his left and also his right, and the offense were able to go to their left and their right. And Tennessee, they looked good the first half, but then they just collapsed in that second half, and they just could not get the job. They just could not come back and win this one, as Indianapolis went on to win this game by the final of 34-17. But Phillip Rivers, they had just a great night, and as I said, the Colts just exploded in that second half for 21 unanswered points. Indianapolis took advantage of every one of Tennessee's mistakes in this game, and I gotta tell you, this was one of those games where the first half the home team had the lead, which was Tennessee, but then the opposing team took control of the game that second half and really put the game away, and that was indeed the Colts. So this was basically the Colts' night, and they did everything right to win this game. And I'm going to now give out the game balls for this one. Phillip Rivers, 29 of 39 carries and attempts and passes, 308 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Michael Pittman Jr., 7 receptions, 101 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But Nyheim Hines, 12 carries, 70 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 on the receiving end, 5, and that was rushing end for the first one. On the receiving end, 5 receptions, 45 yards, and 1 touchdown. So this was basically the Colts had this game won tonight, and in the second half, and just put it away, and they just could not do what they were could not get this one in. They could not get the win in this one, and they will have to regroup for their next opponent in Week 11, which will be the Baltimore Ravens. And that's going to be a tough one, and because they are playing them in Baltimore. That's where they're playing them in Week 11. So they will really have to regroup and steady themselves and look at their mistakes. So we'll see what they do in Week 11 next week. Right now, we'll get to tomorrow's games in just a moment. We'll talk a little Browns. But first, here is it's time now to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Which Colts running back ran a 4.28 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine? And if you said Marshall Faulk, you are correct. Faulk ran a 4.28 40-yard dash, beating out Edgar and James 4.38, and Joseph Adai 4.4, and Marlon Mack 4.5. And I will have another trivia question on my next podcast, which will be tomorrow on the Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday Browns and Early Games postgame pregame show. So stay tuned for that. Well, right now we're gonna go talk about the games for tomorrow. The Browns are getting ready to take on the Houston Texans tomorrow at First Energy Stadium. They will have Nick Chubb back in the lineup, and so and that will be a good thing. And also have Wyatt Taylor back in the lineup as well, and a few other guys back in the lineup. And the Browns are coming off the bye week, and they're going to be out to win this one tomorrow. And I think this is a winnable game for the Browns, and I think that they will get the win in this one. And kickoff is at 1 o'clock on Fox. That's where that game will be seen on. The Washington Redskins are getting ready to take on the Detroit Lions at Ford Field in Detroit. And I feel the Lions are going to get the win in this one tomorrow. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will take on the Carolina Panthers at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Tom Brady is going to try to bounce back from his worst loss last Sunday night against the New Orleans Saints. So, yeah, he's going to try to bounce back from that loss, because it was just one bad loss last week for Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Philadelphia Eagles will take on the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And I think the Eagles are going to get the win in that one. The Jacksonville Jaguars will take on the Green Bay Packers at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And I think the Packers will get the win in that one. I feel that. The Buffalo Bills will travel to Arizona to take on the Arizona Cardinals at University of Phoenix Stadium in Phoenix, Arizona. And I feel Buffalo will get the win in that one. The LA Chargers will travel to Miami to Hard Rock Stadium to take on the Miami Dolphins. And I feel that the Chargers will get the win in that one on the road. Because even though Miami got hot, I mean, it could go either way. But I think the Chargers are going to get a win on the road, and I think it's going to be a big win for them. Because they want to. This is, I think, a must-win for the Chargers, and I think they're going to get it. The Denver Broncos will take on the Las Vegas Raiders at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, and I think the Raiders will get the win in that one. The Seattle Seahawks, will will take on the LA Rams at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, near Los Angeles. And I feel the Rams are going to get the win in that one. Russell Wilson will have a good game, but I don't think the Seahawks get the win in this one. The undefeated 8-0 Pittsburgh Steelers will take on the 3-4-1 Cincinnati Bengals at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Yes, the 5-1. Excuse me. And I feel that Pittsburgh will get the win by far in that one. So the San Francisco 49ers will travel to Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans to take on the New Orleans Saints. And the 49ers are banged up with injuries, and the Saints are going to get the win in this one, I believe. And I will let you know on my picks of the week tomorrow who I have taken. And Sunday Night Football. The Baltimore Ravens will take on the New England Patriots, at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And I think the Ravens will get the win by far in that one. And Monday Night Football. The Chicago Bears will travel to Soldier Field to take on the Minnesota Vikings will travel to Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football. And I feel that the Bears will get the win in that one. And I will let you all know my picks, the way I've taken on my picks of the week tomorrow on Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday Browns and Early Games pregame show. So, and that's a look at the games for tomorrow. But I do feel the Browns are going to really get the win in this one. I think the offense is going to step it up. We're going to have a lot of our guys who are injured back, and I think Ronnie Harrison as well, besides Nick Chubb and Wyatt Teller, and and Myles Garrett will be back in the lineup as well. So he will be back. So we'll have him back too as well. So, and I think Baker Mayfield is going to want to bounce back from that loss to the Raiders, because we would like the Browns to go to 6-3, not 5-4, because this second half on, every game is a must-win for the Browns. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football recap show, even though it's a couple days later. I'll be back tomorrow with the Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday Browns and Early Game pregame show, and the Early Games postgame show, Late Games pregame show after the Browns and Early Games have concluded. And, of course, the Late Games postgame show after they've concluded, on the Sunday Night Football pregame show along with that. And then the Sunday Night Football postgame show. And then on Monday, the Monday Night Football pregame show and the postgame show after that. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day and every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.